Too many steps. He's new. He's fresh.
Poster cross. Check.
Dude, what's grade 18?
Why are you saying poster cross? It's a push.
Shut up, the quarterback. You do what I say. Grade 18! Grade 18, sit up!
Okay, let's see how they feel. I think that.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pick Podcast. We're 2-0, baby. We're 2-0. Let's go. We kicked the Packers and we kicked the Bears a-holes. And now we've got John Harbaugh against the Ravens. We're going 3-0. Guys, how do you feel? How do you feel that we're going to go 3-0? 3-0.
Where am I? Jason, do you watch football?
No.
Oh,
shit.
that's okay.
Okay.
We're going to go 3-0.
We got it. We're good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna kick the Ravens.
What are you talking about?
We're gonna win. We're gonna win. The Ravens are not ready. Derrick Henry, BS. Mark Andrews, I hope he gives me fantasy points, but he's gonna suck.
How's your
Lamar
fantasy football
Jackson.
How's your fantasy football down?
Dude, I'm first place right now, bro. Y'all ain't even ready. I traded Xavier Worthy for someone better. Dude, I'm so ready, bro. I am so ready. Devontae Adams, a steal for me. A steal.
This is gonna age so good.
Anyway,
what are we talking about? Why do we have this specific meme up on the screen today?
well, the reason why we have this meme on the screen is that let's talk about off seasons, right?
Yeah.
Recently, well, relatively recently, we had a Discord conversation about.
Guys, shut up.
This is our episode. Shut up, guys.
No, go back to the cam.
This is real. We are talking about. We are talking about off seasons.
Wait, Lindsay wants to say something.
Lindsay.
Can you explain what the meme is referring to? Like, what is even happening?
Oh, Jason, you gotta
I'm
explain
gonna be honest.
I don't think he wants to.
I think we should just leave it the way it is. I don't think we should address it.
Let's call it.
I think it's funnier if we don't talk
you know
about
what?
it.
Let's call it Cake Gate.
For the
Cake Gate.
for those who know, they know. If you know, you know.
If you know,
That's
you
about
know.
it.
Yeah. But
Where-
yeah. So
Where have we
Look,
been?
you get mad at us for not making the calls, and then you get mad at us for enforcing the rules.
We can't.
Are you happy, Lindsay? He went into it now. Okay. Anyway, where have we been? We've been at Wolverine. We've been at All Stars. We've been at Mark.
We've been into off seasons, but there was a discussion in the FIM Discord, which is a group chat Discord of publicly for mainly people in the First and Michigan community.
Those are the only people that watch this.
Who started the FIM Discord?
Kevin. The Bears, technically.
Yeah, Barry Best. But there was a discussion of off seasons, of competitiveness, about purpose of off seasons, and all the above. And we really wanted to break down this episode purely about off seasons, where everyone's mindset is, why they happen, how you should go into an off season. So, without ado, let's do it. So, off seasons. So, for your guys' purpose, what do you think the reason off seasons occur for? Like obviously it would give like students and teams more competitions to compete, but besides that, what do you guys think that the other purpose off seasons occur? Like, why do they happen?
For fun.
Yeah, they're for fun.
Just for fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question. What makes a good off season? Food.
Food.
Actually,
Food.
an event.
Us.
Us.
We make good off seasons.
An event that cares.
An event that cares.
Okay, an event that doesn't take themselves too seriously, but also doesn't just like not care. Because like there's a couple of those events where you're just like, why are we here? I feel like even the people putting this on don't want us here.
It's chill. Like, the teams, there's two perspectives because we're all volunteer. We all on teams, So like when you're a volunteer, yeah, good food because that's all we get paid in,
Right.
Like I'll show up for good food.
Yeah.
What's good food examples? What do you guys
I think
want?
good
Name brand food.
Yeah, Panera.
Unironically, because I think the cheap way out is like getting like deli sandwiches and stuff like that. Like it's fine, but it's like
This is my reaction
You can
when
do
I walk
better.
into an off season, or any competition, and I see some local deli sandwiches.
Okay, Lindsay.
I feel like that's like duck food.
Okay, they want to talk more.
Ian, you have something to say?
Yeah, I do have something to say. You know, we were talking a lot about off-season food. I know none of you, Owen was there with me, but Rainbow Rumble, that was some good.
What was it?
What did they had?
On setup night, it was Wingstop, right?
Good.
There was Olive Garden.
Good.
There was
That's all stuff you
really
got
nice
from Macomb.
donuts for breakfast.
Donuts for breakfast?
Yeah, it was like Macomb 2020.
Okay. Really? You guys had wings? You had Wingstop?
I like
really?
Wingstop. I'll take Wingstop over deli.
Hey,
cold cut, yeah.
other events, take notes. That's
Yeah.
how you do it.
No, instead they should give you a big Texas roll for your birthday.
Texas with the cinnamon honey butter.
And then from the team perspective, just chill events. There was one year that I'm thinking of for Big Bang where they gave us 13 matches in like it was, I don't think it was a one day. I don't think Big Bang's ever been a one day, but like that was insane. For like I think we only had like 23 teams or something. It was nuts. So it was like back to like kind of like Wolverine this year, I think.
Wait.
Back to back to back, and it's like, relax.
But
Why do we need that many matches? Like I understand getting the bang for your buck, but it's like
Oh, right. That's
those kids
because
are so tired,
that's
man.
because Philip was like, "Let's do it," and then him.
Nah,
and,
it was somebody else. It was another FTA, I think.
Oh,
but
it
it was just
wasn't
like
It was a Philip and what's Dalton last year.
I don't remember.
by the way, those people, if you don't
It was
know,
Philip and
they're
Dalton last
FTAs
year.
in the region here. They help make the event run. But yeah, like I think what you said for like off seasons being dragged out, right? I think for the team's perspective, it's if it's only like $200-300 to get like 13 matches on
Easy.
top of playoffs.
Easy dub.
Take it. I'm going to it.
Take it away.
Yeah, like that's a lot of matches that you get to play for.
Yeah.
For training and for whatnot.
But like spread it out over 2 days then. You know, not one day.
Okay, that's the.
So let's talk about this then. Let's debate about this. 1 day versus 2 day off season events. What's your thoughts?
As a team or volunteer?
Let's talk about from the team's perspective.
Team
all right?
perspective.
Team's perspective for now.
Okay, perspective.
Team perspective 1 day.
I think you got to have a good ass reason to make it 2 days.
Yeah.
Like IRI, Chelsea champs.
That's about it.
If you're not either of those two, it should be 1 day.
So do you think then it's the prestige then? Is it the end game reward that should make it a 2 day event?
Okay, actually, here's it is the prestige. It is that those are competitive events.
Right, that's how
Okay.
they market themselves.
Whereas every other off season event is just like for fun, you know, or at least it should be.
Should be.
And then there's that one team that has a 17 in their name that shows up with their worlds. Anyways,
Anyway, what we're talking about?
what are we talking about?
one versus 2 days.
1 day of 2 days. Yeah, no, it should be 1 days.
1 day.
Like, don't-
So 2 days as a volunteer, I don't mind, but
Mhm.
not 2 1-day competitions like we talked about with Units. You know, like
What about 3 1 day competitions?
nah.
That's
Nah.
that's a little.
And also,
taxing.
they should be Saturday, Sunday.
Oh my God! Do not
Yeah.
give me. Why would
don't
you
wanna-
put an off season on a Friday?
Yeah, I don't want to take PTO for
Insane.
for an off season. Yeah,
Insane behavior.
yeah.
Because it's also the summer. It's generally the off season takes place in the summertime. People
Generally, yeah.
got Friday stuff
Most
they
years.
want. Yeah, Friday nights we want to do.
Except on a leap year.
Oh,
Except on a leap year.
Yeah. So just make it worthwhile. You know, like I understand like inflation and off seasons are becoming more expensive and stuff, right?
Also, yeah.
but
Also,
like
no, go ahead. Sorry.
I want some bang for the buck in terms from a team perspective, bang for the buck in terms of like number of matches and stuff, right? In terms of like everybody gets to play for eliminations, I'm like, I'm not upset if we don't get to play in elims because then we probably deserve it.
If it's a 2 day event,
Yeah,
It
if
better
it's
be
a,
in
if we
elims.
get
2-day
if we get
events.
enough qualification matches, I think it's okay.
especially if we have to go to. Never mind.
So $200 1 day event. I get 6 matches, kind of like
Killer price.
Wolverine. That's fine. I'm cool with that. $200 2 day competition, 13 matches, And like 20 teams is
That's
that's too much.
That's yeah. Well,
That's
Because
too much.
it's such
I
a
was gonna say
small
it's an
sample
insane
size
deal.
of teams that
No, because the amount of like you were in like back-to-back matches. It was
Yeah?
a lot. It was a lot to handle.
and you playing about too many matches.
2-day competition. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it goes back to like how you approach those two.
I cannot believe BB was 2 days.
And on a Friday.
It was on a Friday too.
It was
Yeah.
on a
Oh my god, you're
Friday.
right.
He always had it Friday,
Yeah.
Sunday, Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
By the way,
Who
big bang
organized
out of
that?
Taylor. So here's
Oh wait, we know.
yeah. Here's the thing, right? It's spread them out, right? If you have a small set of teams that's registered for an off season, let's not try to shove a ton of matches for them.
Thank you.
Let's spread them out.
Yeah.
And give some teams a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
To
Make it
compete.
chill. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like why are we getting all rushed and sweaty and hyped for?
Because
the off-season,
ultimately,
you know?
for even from the team perspective too, it's like if you are going there to try to win and you're going there with a competitive mindset, sure, that's fine and all dandy, right? If that's how you want to approach your off season, then go for it, right? That's the goal you want. But for other teams that they're not there just to win. They're there to practice. They're there to train people, right, or
Yeah.
whatnot, or just get more time with the bot that they created for the regular season. I think that's where an off season really should tailor it to for the general team.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying don't be competitive. We're not competitive teams for sure, but like
Right.
we can be chill and be competitive. Yeah.
I feel like people complain about not getting enough matches though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you at a Kettering kickoff, you get like 6 matches. That's insane.
And it's a 1-day event.
Yeah.
It will-
Like Wolverine.
How much
you
is the
get,
price? How much is the price?
300. That's way
Then
too
no,
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too much.
300 for 6 matches is actually insane.
I would pay 200 for 6 matches,
Mm-hmm.
like at Wolverine.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
that's fine.
I would pay 300 to do like a full 10 matches.
But then we have to start it early, or it's got to be a 2-day.
Or it's
right?
got to be a low amount of teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's fine.
yeah,
Also,
then
that
we're
brings us
done.
into the next topic, which is cost. Hey, I don't know if anyone who makes off seasons know this. You're not supposed to make all your money back. All right. Off seasons cost money. Okay, so stop charging us an arm and a leg just so you can make all your money back. That's it. That's the tweet.
Which off season is $400 with $100 going to charity?
That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. Who
No, I'm
do
just
that.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give you crap. No, it is expensive.
I heard the Beak Squad's gonna be there though.
Oh yeah,
Oh, really?
that's cool. $200 seemed to be like the norm for a long time, and then yeah, it started to go like 300, 350, and climbing.
But what about like the labor and renting out the space and all the overhead that goes into create for these off seasons?
So
right?
that's the thing though. Like, yeah, you get some of the money back, but at the end of the day, if you're putting on an event, it should cost you money. It's going to cost money. That's just the way it is. And if you can't afford it, well, don't put that burden on the teams.
I've never run an off season, so I know where the money goes. Right?
So I want to bring in our gracious Ian Barber. You ran like regular season events for, and I know it doesn't really translate to off seasons, but like what was like the overhead that you had to consider when
How much
setting
should
up
it cost to run an event?
So an in-season event, I mean, you're looking at 5 figures.
Damn.
You know, a lot of that money, you gotta rent your generator, all the electrical stuff, that takes a lot. You have your AV equipment, a lot of times that isn't something already with the school, that eats up a couple $1,000s. All the pipe and drape for the pits. Some off seasons don't go with that. You're able to avoid some there.
so expensive?
But that's really expensive. Feeding your volunteers,
Good
depending
expense.
on the length of it, I mean that's thousands of dollars.
Should
right
be
there.
thousands of dollars.
Thankfully, you know, both in season, this is true of off seasons too, as long as you provide Yale herd trainees, which I think you might talk about later, but field use in Michigan, we get the field for free if we provide an FTAA and field soup trainee per the ask of our president of FRC.
And if we don't, how much is it?
I don't think anyone's ever gone that route. But I think I think it'd be on the order of a couple $1,000. I don't. I'm not going to speculate, but yeah.
Nobody's ever asked her. Hey, Gail, so how much is the field?
But it costs a lot of money, even for an off season. There was.
You gotta remember, like, this is an off-season event, okay? Like, this is not IR. How much does IRI cost? $800?
I think they got $700, $800
Yeah.
per team.
And there's, what, 60 teams there?
A lot of them out of state too.
That's insanity.
Which IRI, the Indiana Robotics Invitational, it is one of two, I would say, most highly competitive and prestigious off-season teams apply for to compete.
You'd say
for.
that, really?
Well, yeah, I would. You know,
Really?
you have Chesy champs as well.
I'm just joking.
They're also doing the backpack drive and the silent auction for charity and a bunch of other stuff, which I don't know how much money goes to that, if anything.
So
Maybe they have to like pay for like shipping all of that stuff to. I don't know.
Yeah.
but
I
like,
have some qualms with IRI. Now, you have been to IRI
I've
more
been
than a few times. I've
more
been to
than-
IRI a couple times. It's high production value, but there's a lot of stuff they can improve, man. Like, it is like,
yeah, like what?
I feel like they put all their money into like AV and nowhere else.
How's the food there?
So, okay, so the food itself is hit or miss some years. I remember
Really?
the last year that I went to, they straight up just got Chick-fil-A.
Nice.
And Chick-fil-A was solid stuff.
Yeah.
So, and that was good.
Name brand.
Yeah.
Name brand too. So, and they could afford it. So Chick-fil-A was good for my
Hey.
tummy. The previous year they had like overcooked pasta, Alfredo, and like just wet noodle garlic bread, which was, I'm not gonna lie, was pretty disgusting. I still ate it because I'm a fatty, but it was gross. And the food itself, I didn't feel it was paid out to the volunteers that traveled all the way to IRI to volunteer for. Because there was that year with the wet noodles, there was a couple people that was from California that flew out to volunteer for IRI.
Wow.
And the food itself, the one time was not good. I'm not gonna lie. So it's, I mean, you could say the caveat is like the corn, right? And which, by the way, the corn itself is pretty good, decent.
Which you still pay for.
You still pay for it, which is it's $3 per corn, right?
And the volunteers don't get corn for free.
Not for free.
No,
No.
Okay, so
How many T-shirts do you get as a volunteer? Just one?
No, you actually get two.
you get a good gift though. You get a volunteer gift.
Most
Oh,
years
yeah,
it's
yeah.
water bottles. But there's one year where they gave out free backpacks, and the backpacks were at really good quality.
Yeah, you still use yours.
I use it for work. That's my work.
I got a
backpack.
rocket book. That was okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say I think last time we went there was 66 teams. And how much did we agree that it cost? $700.
Sure.
$700. Yeah.
Guess what 60 times 700 is?
40 something.
$42,000.
Oh my god.
$42,000? And that's what you put on?
That's a lot of money, yeah.
But how much does that AV cost?
Probably not $42,000.
Ian knows. Pat McAfee?
Yeah, they're if they're raising 40,000. I've been there. I don't know their exact cost, but I have to think 20,000 would be generous for probably what they.
And they had kids.
spent.
They had
They're
kids
probably
operating the
making
cameras.
20,000 in profit.
Yeah.
So they're not paying the kids.
So does that go to like the team registration for kilobytes and 45 and 103 and cybersonics and all that?
Yeah, for the teams that get in for
Yeah.
free. Yeah. I would imagine some of that.
So
Maybe things are more expensive in Indiana. Or there's other hidden costs on.
yeah, no, that's
that's
true.
true.
Yeah,
Indiana's
that's
in
it.
its own district.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
You're right.
Just off my experience, that would be my vibe. Is it feels like they're making 5-figure profit off. That probably just goes into those teams, the registration, maybe other things in India.
Which that reminds me, a couple months ago I saw that the PNW district has to pay for like 12,000 for their or no, it was something way crazier than that. It was a lot of money for this year. I don't know why.
Wow. just for registration.
Yeah, it was insane. So I feel bad for you guys.
How much is it per team for catering all stars?
All-Stars,
They
that
dropped
was-
it to 700. I
Oh.
think this year. Yeah.
Well, there was a hidden cost that's I think at the time one of the ECs said that just to pay for the bleachers is 20 grand.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
which
that's
that's a
crazy.
hidden cost we didn't know about. 20 grand just
I
for
mean-
bleachers.
I mean, shoot, would 700 make sense then at that point?
yeah.
I mean, but also, just go to a school. Just go to some place that already has bleachers. It's so fucking funny. Okay. Anyways, we don't need to talk about how expensive things in Indiana are. Let's talk about rule adjustments to make it fair for teams. What does that mean?
So
Make it fair for teams, or just
well,
make
I don't
it
know.
different?
I don't know
Make
for
it-
fair
make it
for
more
teams,
fun.
but some off seasons are notorious for changing the rules.
I
Changing-
think we should change the rules. I think it's fun.
I think so too. I think adding a different dynamic to the rule change for an off season enhances the experience.
Yeah, I just think it's more fun.
I think
Like, let's change it up.
like for example, like WRC, right? The Wolverine Robotics, whatever. The
You're
event
so close.
we had a rule change.
I think that's WRW.
WRW.
No, that's the Buckeye Valley Regional.
I think the off season that we changed the rule of if you contact the cage, it's whatever. As long as you're not grasping on it to make it easier to climb on, whatever. And I
I mean, the
believe
anchor
yeah.
chain.
Yeah, I think like those type of changes de-stresses teams from like approaching the game or approaching the match.
Okay. Those kind of rule changes are good and all. Okay, it makes it more fun. But I like the rule changes where it's like in 2020, where it's like, okay, the human players can throw the balls at any
Anytime.
point during the match.
Yeah.
All right, now it's fun. You know, let's change it up. Let's see. Or like 2020, did they change it for 2024? Human players could.
There might have been one who did that.
Any note is a high note.
Any note's a high note,
any
yeah.
note's a high note. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a good one. You know, but also you can't get too like you can't go like off the rails with it because it's just like, okay,
What about the Rainbow Rumble rules, where they did like the rainbow bonus and stuff?
okay, I'm not gonna talk about the rainbow bonus, but I think like in Crescendo they had it so the human player could introduce notes like to the robot.
What do you mean?
Like couldn't the human player at the amp like introduce?
Ian, you were there, right?
He's saying no.
No, he wasn't there.
No, he's saying he's shaking his head no at the real change.
I'll do the Ian, what
Well,
was that rule?
I know a certain team that did a feeding loop with that, so
What was Ian? Can you explain that for us during that year?
I don't remember that at all.
Okay.
The only thing I
that's-
remember
that's-
about Rainbow is each of the last 3 years, changing the colors of the game pieces and having the Rainbow bonus.
We'll look through it. If we find something, we'll throw it up on the screen.
I'm pretty sure in like the last like 30 seconds or whatever, the human player could reintroduce notes like to the field or to the robot.
The last 30 seconds sounds
Oh,
right.
yeah. I think that was with the high note thing, though, like, because you could throw any note as a high note, but you could also just throw them on the floor and
Yeah,
suck
yeah,
and
yeah,
scoop
Scoop it
them.
up.
Yeah.
So that was an accidental break of the game. Oops.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like you gotta think through it at least a little bit. Like, you know, change the rules, but also just like think about it for like a second.
I think the rainbow bonus is cool. I like the regular, not regular, but like the rule changes to give like a little bit of grace to teams,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
with the anchor, we moved the tape lines to the inside of the trush in 24,
Mhm,
right?
mhm, mhm.
We changed some of like the rules in 23, I guess, about like contacting or like the the Escanaba zones. Remember when they made the tape lines too short? So they did that for Mark, or not Mark. We
that's
did it for
insane.
Big Bang, I think.
No, it was Mark.
That was funny.
I think those instances, like I think those are fine. I
Yeah.
think rule changes just make it more fun.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, for an off season, that's how it should be. See a rule that, you know, it's not that impactful and that it's not game breaking. Change it to where, you know, it doesn't change the fundamental of the game, but tweaks it to where teams can just like, you know,
I like where the human players get more to do.
What about human matches?
It's whatever.
I think human matches are a great time. I will say this year, I was the only one that had a successful deep climb.
You weren't supposed to climb on it.
I wasn't.
No. Did you listen to whoever was announcing it?
Nope.
He said you're supposed to go up to a cage and play rock, paper, scissors with the opponent.
I heard none
right,
of that.
so that's the thing.
I heard
We were upstairs and we heard it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. The thing about the human matches that gets me is that they're always lame because safety.
Yeah.
That-
And then you
can
were
never
doing a
have
lot of
fun.
illegal stuff.
like what?
You were throwing coral outside the reef zone. So you were grabbing it from the loading station. You were throwing it towards the reef.
Chime in.
Unpopular opinion, I hate human matches. I've been involved in like 3 of them. One in Lansing in, was it 2018 when the power went out? At States when the power went off. And then also this one that was at Kettering All-Stars.
There's one at All Stars?
Whenever it was. I don't know, whenever it was. I've seen multiple and people love them. I hate them because it never plays out right. It's always chaos, and maybe that's quote unquote the point. But it's boring. I'm sick of seeing it. I want to see a robot.
You know what? Facts.
Tell a dumb joke instead. I don't know. Like
I just
that's my little piece, my little petty piece. And
What about
peace
a
out.
human that breaks the game, right? A human that really like bends it a lot.
Okay, it is actually really intensive. Anyways, no. So, but like, if you don't want anything else to do, like if you're in one of those 15-minute breaks, then like sure, I guess whatever.
You should pop on an episode of the Pit Podcast.
Stop by at the booth. Say
Now,
hi.
personally, I think we should shorten the breaks to off seasons.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I would rather watch us do a tier list than a human match.
Yeah, I
I,
agree.
like
thought your
that.
tier lists were funny.
That's it's a good one because like it interacts.
Ian hates our tier list.
I would not say I hate your tier list. I quite enjoy them, and I think there is a subset of the audience that enjoys them. But I think there's also probably a much larger part of the subset of the that are like, what the hell is this? To get these people to shut up. What are these takes? McDonald's is F tier, Chick-fil-A is A tier, or like what or like whatever. They're like everyone's gonna disagree with you, and they're like, these guys are stupid.
And I think that's what makes it fun,
Get
right?
triggered, bro.
I
Get
think that makes it
rage-baited.
fun too, but I'm just saying
Yeah. No, you
it's
got
a
a
very
point. You got a
polarizing
point.
thing for everyone there.
And
And then some wackadoodle comes up and says, what was it,
White
White Castle? And then everyone's
Where-
like, the music stops, the record scratches, and everyone's just like,
this is what's coming up next, all right? This is the next generation of talent. Yes, Lindsay.
Can we talk about awards at off seasons? Why are all of these off seasons now having every single award? I've recently noticed this, and
The
maybe this is me
Autonomous
trying to
Award.
like.
Presented by White Castle.
I
Now
just
that
don't
would be
understand.
epic. That's a
I don't
Chad
understand
move.
it. I don't understand why off seasons have become this huge production.
They got to put their $42,000 somewhere, right?
it is a little weird, I feel like, for me, when off seasons do like the Autonomous Award, the Gracious Professionalism Award. Now some do like peer judged awards where like
Yeah.
all the teams vote on who
Yes.
wins certain things.
I think that's fine.
I think that's
like
fun.
that.
That's
That's
good.
fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know,
I'm for that. But for an event to have its own panel of judges for an off season, that's pretty crazy.
I think they want the experience to be like closer to in season and give those teams that recognition if they did make any improvements
yeah.
from regular season to off season, which is fine. Oh, I farted. But I think it adds that level of immersive experience for the teams. But yeah, it's an off season. It's like
it should just be like joke awards, most improved, and then you give it to. Anyways,
yeah.
what
But
were we talking about?
I want to get into the part of what about out of state teams?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Out of state teams, they pay the registration fee, but then they have to go the extra mile. And
They got to go a lot of miles.
Okay. So here's the thing. One, why would you go if you're out of state? Why would you go to an event that's only one day? Like that's on you. That's all I have to say about that.
well, I think it's more so like competition and also experience too.
Yeah, but wouldn't you just like pick like a 2-day competition to go to?
Well, I could spend the other day like touring the city a little bit.
That's true.
Right.
Or like colleges,
Yeah, the
and-
college or something.
or
True.
job
Yeah.
fairs and stuff like that. That makes sense. I know there's one off season, and this is just a personal thing I would love to do, is an off season in China. Or I think there's an off season in China that is a bigger production, but meant for like, the Chinese teams over there. I think it'd be really cool that, right? I think they did this like a couple of years ago too, where there was an off season where they invited some U.S. teams to compete in the Chinese off season and make it like a big thing for them.
Yeah.
That would be something that I would love to do. Is to like pay like the registration fee, but also have the extra capital to transport all the stuff, money, plane and hotels, and compete like in a foreign country like China, Australia, and be able to have that experience to talk to other teams from outside your country and also tour the area, eat local food. I think that adds.
The local McDonald's.
Yeah, eat that corn.
Which by the way, from a professional, don't go to McDonald's when you're in like China. You can get that in America.
I want to go to a foreign McDonald's.
Like the McDonald's that's in like the mountain or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the McDonald's that's like on a boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
On a
For sure.
boat.
That'd be cool. How about new volunteers at off seasons, new fresh young people in college,
Just say it
coming
like
out of
that.
high school,
Fresh.
Stop.
They wanna. What kind of roles do you think would be good for them?
Any of them?
Field reset.
No, not off season.
No, come on, no. Let me tell you something. And off season, right? As a role of a field reset, it's I don't want to say low
No, you
priority,
do
but it's
field-
easy job that needs to be done, but also gets you,
Yeah, but you can do that during the season. You'll have no problem getting that.
Okay, so then
No,
what
but
about-
like remember, this is a brand new volunteer though. New volunteer, so we
Okay.
gotta get him.
Off
We gotta get
season,
him introduced somehow.
So
I
then-
think.
yeah,
I feel-
yeah, I
yeah,
don't
we
know.
gotta
Reset's
haze them
fine.
first with field resetting, and then
Like first time volunteer and there be an FTAA. Nah.
Anyways, I think it depends on the off season. If it's like a fun
Yeah,
off
yeah, for
season,
sure.
yeah, if it's an fun off season, sure.
let him ref.
But here's the thing, right?
See what happens.
Hand him
if
the
it's like-
flag, walk
But
away.
if it's like IRI or Kettering All
yeah,
Stars,
nah, yeah,
then
that comes-
maybe you should have the experienced squad
for
there.
sure. Yeah, like Chris.
Experience?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just get
Ian's
paid.
back. Hi, Ian.
Way too much of me, and there we go. I got in a little late. You're getting way too much of me in this episode, aren't you? But no,
That's for you, pit crew. Special Ian.
Chime
We
in
know
whenever
we
you
all.
want.
you can't even see my face,
all
which
those-
makes it that much better.
Ian's fan. Yeah, man, he's upstairs.
Yeah.
All those Ian fans out there.
But no, I will have to say, like, maybe for first time volunteering, something like field reset and off season. But I do think there's a lot to say at an off season. It's a great opportunity once you have volunteered a little, maybe gotten your feet wet, to try out the new roles, right?
Yeah.
Like I've done field reset a few times. Maybe it's time to see what being a field soup looks like, or what I've official scored before. Let me give reffing a try. Things like that. Where you
Yeah,
can take
and
that
if-
next step in a
If
lower pressure
you don't like the
environment.
role, you can just dip middle of the day.
I have an opinion about something
Don't
that
do that.
Ian just said as a field supervisor. If you've only field reset like 3 times, don't become a field supervisor. You should field reset for multiple years. That's my opinion. Or do multiple games where you're volunteering as something else before you consider field supervising. There's a lot there as a key volunteer. There's a lot of stuff that you need to do and know and have understanding of, and you can't manage field resetters if you haven't field reset yourself enough times. You need to like be a resetter to what? I'm sorry, I feel very passionate about this.
No, he sprung the spring on his thing.
I'm having my little manifesto over here. I would love to have new field supervisors, but please take the time to understand who you're managing, because if you don't take the time to be a resetter, you're not going to know how to manage those people and know what their needs are.
Yeah, that's some
Mhm.
good
My
tips.
Be a
job,
ref
thank you,
instead.
Yeah, ref instead.
Yeah.
They'll take anyone apparently.
Reffing's pretty good as like a first.
I think so. It's
your first couple
I think
times.
so.
you know?
It's not too taxing or tech savvy. It's just rule based, right? And what your eyes see.
Yeah.
That's really about
I
it.
think I think it's fun because new people always get stressed.
Well, it makes it better when you have experienced people like us who can look for the nuances in things, right? Because like when I read the rules for the first time, I'm like, okay, that's pretty straightforward. And then I usually go to my first event with BMO, and he explains like, oh, well, if you're actually here, and there, that's actually a penalty. And I'm like, oh my god, I never thought of that scenario.
Mhm.
Right? It's like people like BMO, and other people have been doing this for a long time could think of those scenarios and help me out. So
Right.
let me just pass that on to like the new people.
Right. Which I'll quote myself back when I interviewed with RoboZone back at Troy. When I first came on as a ref, the number one thing that I wish I knew when I was a ref was to read the game manual.
That's on video.
That is on video.
That's on video.
If you find it on RoboZone, that's my
Homo just straight up to admitting not to read the rules.
Which, by there's a special story behind that. I did read the rules, but that just blurted out as like, "Whoa, I'm on TV."
Yeah.
But anyways,
So earlier somebody said we need an FTAA and a field soup requirement to check out the field for FIM. Do you guys think that's a little much?
I don't know.
I think it force
opinion.
it's
No opinion.
too much force of events and volunteers to train new people for the longevity of these roles, right? My issue is that FTAs and field soups,
Field soup training.
field soup trainee, I think there's a lot of young enough people that can do it. Right? There's still a lot of the young guns that are experienced enough that can do it for a long time that we shouldn't need to have these requirements. Right? Because what is the purpose of the new FTAAs and field soups realistically?
It's to get people. So the requirement is your off season needs to have listed an FTAA and a field soup trainee at the off season that will commit to doing that role the following in season event. Right. So the purpose is to get them trained so that they can
It's a big commitment.
do that. It is a big commitment because
Yeah.
you don't like. Sometimes you don't know what your schedule is going to be like. Sometimes you go into the role and then you don't like it, and then now I'm
Yeah.
like I'm stuck.
Is
Yeah.
it-
Now I got to do it.
Is it because like FIM we have a shortage of those roles at all?
That's the only thing I can reason.
We don't realistically have a shortage. I mean, yeah, we have people not available, but in terms of people just like not having the role fulfilled. Now it's better.
We have a shortage now. It's better. Okay.
Now it's better.
I don't know about those roles, but at least like for refs, we're pretty good.
Yeah. There's a lot.
We got a lot of refs, which is good.
So,
you know.
so it's a,
We
have
Well,
that's
how many good refs do we have?
us. I don't know. I think it's just a lot. Like, there's got to be other ways where you can recruit people to do it, and like there's people who want to do it. There's people who want to volunteer, right? It's just getting them the time to do it.
First year college students.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Which, by the way, let me reference back to the previous episode. If you're a newly
It was
grad,
a long time ago.
yeah, a while ago, right? If you're a newly grad student from high school, please take the time to just chill out, calm down, and then come back for the role, right? To volunteer, right?
So maybe we should just be getting mentors to be field soups and FTAs.
No, they're too busy taking up student roles.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. The last thing before we can shut up is do you like summer or fall off seasons better?
Honestly,
I like fall
that's what I was gonna say. I like fall.
because we can bring in our new freshmen and show them what an event is like, and that's good. In
Mhm.
the summer, I can't really do that.
It's also
But I like summer because it kind of takes up we need summer events. We need summer off seasons. Don't get me wrong, because there's like a couple months in there of like no FRC, and then we have withdrawals.
Maybe that's a good
and
thing.
stuff. So it might be a good thing.
Right.
But like, if there's like an event in the summer, I'll pop it on. Maybe if I'm bored one weekend or something. So I do like watching summer events, going to them. Yeah, but like for fall off seasons, I think are more valuable because I get to train new students. and
New
stuff,
students,
yeah.
absolutely.
So
As long as they're early, okay, though, because like you get around November, December, that makes it a bit more painful.
yeah, there's just so many events at that time.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, blah blah blah.
Halloween.
New Year's. Yeah.
And then the season starts like 2 months later.
Yeah.
I will say too, there isn't any FRC off seasons in November and December because at the end of October, that's when the fields have to go back to HQ.
Mm.
So that's why there's usually a mad rush at that like last week in October where like Bloomfield all girls and the West Side events. They're all trying to get it that last weekend before it's
Before it goes back.
a goner. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. So like May, too early.
Yes.
Like wasn't
Yes.
Big Bang supposed to happen like May?
No.
June.
End of June.
June.
End of June?
Middle of June.
Oh,
It's
okay.
usually
Yeah,
before
yeah.
IRI.
It should be like-
That's usually the first
Wave,
Michigan event,
yeah.
Michigan off-season event. But yes, I agree. You should do champs, and then you should take May off, no robots, and then you should come back in June with your off-season or whatever.
honestly, that still seems too soon. Like maybe end of June. I feel like
Yeah. Okay.
I think fall is good.
but
Fall
that's
is
just
good.
me.
Yeah. I mean,
September, October.
yeah. Personally, for me, I'm a fatty. I like the colder weather, and in an event that's in a gymnasium, cold weather is a godsend. In the summer,
Because if you're fat, you sweat.
yes.
Yeah.
In the summer, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go back to
Also, if you don't have AC, look,
yeah.
dog,
What are you doing? bro?
Please.
Maybe you just shouldn't host.
yeah.
Maybe you should have a fall off season then if you don't have
I should
AC.
a fall off season. Like I just
yeah
too
crack
sweaty.
crack a rack for
like at what point are you just trying to put on the event without caring about the events?
Oh, volunteer age restriction. That's a good one. People doing a role off season that are too young to do
Oh,
it
I think
in
it's so
season.
funny. I think
I'm in high school and I'm trying to do a role that's required for me to be 21.
I think that's fun. I think even like non-volunteer having like an elementary schooler come be on the team. I think that's so funny.
No, I mean, I think there's a reason that they put recommended age on it. Do people slip through it? I'm sure they do, right? And you let like a 20-year-old or something.
You could do it every.
No one wants to tell you. Huh? Oops.
So they recently lowered a lot of the age requirements. A lot of the 21s are now 18, and then a couple of the 18s are like 16 or something like that.
Interesting.
But I feel like there's always that one like 6, 7, 8-year-old field resetter that's just working twice as hard as any other kid, running around with all the game pieces.
Well, that's
yeah.
good.
Look,
That's
some field race setters, they just got it, and some of them
Thank you, Owen.
just don't.
Lindsay.
Give me a 6-year-old resetter any day. They're always so excited. And then also, like, there's one that I'm thinking of in my brain specifically. He's like, I'm going to reset. And then I'm also going to take the flag for the MC or game announcers. They always want somebody to take the flag for them. So the fact that somebody's eager to do that, because I don't want to do it.
So
And anyone
child
else doesn't
labor.
want to do it. And they're like, someone needs to do it.
Child labor or something.
Okay,
I
so
keep-
that's interesting. Yeah, so some of them got lowered to 16, so that's good. 21 to 18, sure, I understand. But it's like, they're in there for a reason. And it's more about maturity, I think.
Yeah.
Or just, trying to do you a favor and like
yeah, which
get your life started and stuff.
which I think I wish they didn't lower it just for the fact of just that maturity level. Like, please, like, if you're gonna be in the role, you need to quote unquote grow up. I'm saying this in a loving way, obviously. Grow up in a way that you're familiar with where you're at in life. You're familiar with the role, that you can handle it in a sense that without too much supervision and in a quality manner that's good for the teams.
And if you don't meet that age restriction, then you need to have a lot of experience to show that you can do it.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Jason, what do you got?
It's a skybrick,
Nice.
skystone.
Hell, is that
That's not a stone. That's a brick.
No, good game.
dude? That's a Lego piece you've got. A Lego piece.
All right, Pick Crew. Thank you, Press, for joining. Remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell on YouTube. Remember to follow us on Instagram at Pit Podcast Official. Remember to get our merch at shop.pitpodcast.com. Powered by Royal Shirtery. Yeah. We got shirts. We got good shirts.
Yeah.
You want a cameo from Chris? You can search him on Cameo at Chris Fong. He does draft picks for football. He does birthdays.
I do whatever.
Motivational-
I do whatever.
motivational
You
speakers.
want me to do something on Cameo? Pay me. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Thank you, Pick Crew, and we'll see you at the competition.
Go Lions. Beat Lamar Jackson. 3-0, baby.
What about guys?